the Silk and the Sinixt peoples and is home to the Métis and many diverse Aboriginal peoples. We honor their connection to the land and rivers and respect the importance of the environment to our strength and community. The first item is the adoption of the agenda. Someone like to move that the Nelson Police Board accepts the agenda as presented. Devin, thank you. Eric, second. All in favor? Adoption of minutes. Someone like to move that the Nelson Police Board accepts the minutes of May 6, 2026 as presented. Devin. Marta, second. All in favor? Okay. So the first item is information. So, correspondence. Okay, so yeah, I referred to the chief constable in terms of if you want to speak to it looks like there's two pieces of correspondence in relation to thanking the department for how they showed up on call.
Yeah, I just not much to say other than what's in there, but just continued members of the department going a little bit extra mile and then following up with people after the fact just to see how they're doing and stuff like that. And it's, you know, it's I think an excellent gesture on their part, and I think it shows that they're, you know, caring about the community and the people that they serve, and it's nice to get the feedback from them as well. So just certainly thank those officers for doing those things.
Wanted to, I don't know if you guys, I haven't seen this White Cart it's documentary, but I've heard it's like actually really incredibly powerful. And when we think about the overdose, we think about, or when we think about the overdose crisis, we think about like the mess on the streets and the crime and the whatever. What we don't think about is the grief of the people who are losing their friends on a daily basis. And that's what this documentary is supposed to be about. And I'll be honest, until my friend was telling me about it, it had never occurred to me to think about what grief folks living on the streets must be experiencing as their friends are dying, like literally just dropping around them. So
it's unfortunate. I tried to figure out when we can have that back.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because that was actually a really powerful moment for me last month when someone was thinking about it. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Chief, over to you for your report.
Okay. Most of it's in here, but I'll just hit a couple highlights. So we are getting pretty close, I think, to bringing over 2 experienced members from out of province. We've talked about this in the past, and I know Mayor and I have discussed it a few times. We always seem to kind of run into pension, the municipal pension plan and pension benefits and pension portability, which has caused us grief in the past, and it doesn't seem like it's getting really any better. So I think we managed to work it out in part by the inspector sort of being a liaison and trying to get some extra information for them and some kind of, like there's 2 issues. One is they won't tell them kind of what their pension is going to be until they actually sign, we hire them and they port it over and then they find out, which seems backwards. And then the other thing is the pension agreement between some provinces and departments where they don't have that pension porting or sharing agreement between a number of provinces. So people essentially have to, probably not the exact right terminology, but withdraw their pension and bring it over and then buy their pension back here is the only way to do it. So again, that causes a lot of apprehension for anybody that's got 4, 5, 6 year service, because it starts being a pretty big hit or potentially a big hit. It sounds like it's generally worked out for the members who have taken the chance and done it, but I sort of understand where people are apprehensive to do it sort of almost blindly and hope that it's all going to be good. But again, we seem to be getting over that hurdle with these two, and it'll certainly be good to have two additional members with some experience come to the department.
So just to follow up on that, Chief, I am in Victoria next week, and I will try to pull aside the MPP chair just to have a discussion about where this is, because I'm always a bit confused as to.
Yeah, and I think it would be a similar problem in other industries or other, nursing or other provincial type employees, municipal employees and other provinces. So I think it would be a benefit to a lot of different departments and areas of industry if they could get something a little more streamlined or fixed in that area.
Yeah, and I'll also talk to your rep on there is a police rep. I think Tom is still there, so I'll talk with him as well.
Okay, we had completed 3 interviews with prospective inspectors, all very good. 2 in particular bring very strong skills and areas, so we're just sort of assessing now which one is the better fit for the department, but truly would be good getting either one of them. So it's a nice, a little bit of a nice change to have to actually have to make a decision between 2 really good candidates, and even the third candidate was good, but the other 2 were just a little bit better. The records and disclosure hiring continues to run into hurdles, so the 2 had withdrawn their names, and we went back to a third one and did an interview, and it seemed like things were going along, and now they've withdrawn as well. So now we're in the process of just reviewing some of the other applicants to see if we're going to move forward with that or potentially just run a new competition. But unfortunately, that certainly delays things significantly in getting that position filled. As far as community policing, community events go, we attended quite a few different things this past month. The inspector and I went to Caslow and went to the Caslow Search and Rescue, where we presented 3 different certificates of appreciation to Search and Rescue, one of the helicopter companies, and,
2 helicopter companies.
oh, sorry, they were both helicopter companies.
Yeah.
Okay. That one was a different community organization. That one quite well. It was a nice short service, but got some pictures with everybody and had a nice visit. I attended the annual ceremony review for the Royal Canadian Air Cadets on the weekend and presented some awards for dress and deportment. Again, we were lucky the rain was circling around us, but it stayed nice for the ceremony, and we got through it without getting wet. I went to the National Range Day south of town near Selmore. It's the range that we use, and all the members are members of that range, so we like to support when they have functions.
You're out there in the morning. You guys came in the afternoon. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was.
I usually go in the morning, but the ACR was in the morning, so I
Okay.
changed quick and then ran out to that. And then jumping ahead a little bit, the annual ceremony review for the Royal Canadian Sea Cadets is actually tomorrow night that I would have been attending, but we have the facilities meeting with the city tomorrow night, so the inspector was going to attend that one on my behalf, on behalf of the department, so that'll be good. It's always pretty productive and lots of proud parents of those events. As I just mentioned, the facilities presentation with the city is tomorrow night with the library and the police boards. Annual or innovations topic, we have the online recording, and I checked with the people that are sort of rolling that out, and the landing page is set up, so they call it the landing page, but that's where the public would come onto first and help them kind of navigate where they need to go and how to make an actual report of an incident online and get a file number. Everything seems to be in line, and we should be able to roll that out to the public starting July the 7th. So we'll do some media awareness, broadcasting and advertising of that a little closer to that. Once we're confirmed that that's going to still be the go date, but it seems like everything is going off pretty seamlessly so far. Hopefully I didn't jinx it.
I just tested it out today, and the beta version, it seems to work fine.
And I think that's going to be a big thing. A lot of people have been excited about that and been kind of asking when we were going to have that available to the public to save, be on hold or come down to the department and weight and things like that. So, and they can report 24/7, obviously. NG 911 is still scheduled to go live in September. Kind of where it's at right now is back with a provider that has to do a bunch of fail-safe testing. So they just test a number of the systems through a bunch of different scenarios and things like that, just to make sure that there's no glitches, nothing's going to fail, nothing's going to cause the system to go down, things like that. So that has to be obviously all done before we can go live. And at time, there's been a few times where that testing has been bumped on us. So we're kind of waiting on them to finish that part, and then it should be pretty much ready for a go after that. And the final thing on this is we had a meeting with the budget today, and just we had a meeting on the budget today with the CFO, and we have identified some funding for the integration system that we need to get our automated license plate readers set up and running finally. So that's been a fairly pricey bit of equipment and software and stuff that we've had for a while now. We have it all pretty much ready to go. We just needed this last piece to integrate the data system from ICBC so that it gets regular updates on the information, so it stays more or less real time updates on all the various things that the ALPR checks for in real time as the officers are out driving the vehicle, so they'll get alerts if there's anything concerning about or associated to a license plate or vehicle. So I think it's a great system. I think it does, apart from public safety related to traffic and vehicle, it also is a great public safety tool related to outstanding warrants, Amber Alerts, anybody that has any other serious criminal offenses that might identify them associated to a vehicle. Those can all be collected on that system. So, and it reads them incredibly fast.
Very fast, only seconds.
How many could it do in an hour or a minute?
Thousands.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, that answered my
Like
question.
years in the lens of the camera picks it up.
That's wild.
Just be driving down, it'll pick up every car that's in.
And then it'll flag if
It just runs
there's
through them all.
something.
Runs every plate.
And you can actually sort of raise the level of what type of alert you want to get, how serious, because
Okay.
literally every third vehicle is
So if you drive by somebody and you get flagged, like how long between when you've driven past somebody and you get a notification that there's I'm assuming it's quick enough to respond.
It can vary. It can be seconds to like 10 seconds, maybe max.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's
pretty
not
quick.
like, it's not like even 60 seconds someone's long.
No,
right?
it bings
Okay.
up. But the problem is if it's going the opposite direction.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
key,
yeah.
right? So those 5 to 10 seconds
Yeah.
are long if the person's going the opposite way.
Yeah, totally. That's kind of interesting technology.
That's it for the open chief report.
Any comments or questions? Okay, can I have someone move to accept approve the chief constable's report as presented? Karen, Marta second, all in favor? Inspector.
Thank you. Constable Schmidtke in the YPAC position continues to do a lot of work with schools and in the community. She's taken over the conversation/coffee with a cop, and she was at Selkirk College last month with the CSO. She also organized and attended a 3-day pipeline course. A pipeline is like a drug courier course, so in hopes of identifying drug couriers. So she was instrumental in organizing that for 3 of our members, and they went down to Castlegar and attended that. She's taken on quite a few files related to youth, and she's been assisting with the Special Olympics with their Club Fit. Community Safety Officer, 25 police files reported last month, 14 property-related investigations, 42 hours of foot patrol. He's been instrumental with the NHL Street refereeing all of the games, so it's been great to have him there. And we now have a second CSO that was sworn in this week. So looking forward to having him out there as well. And again, he was with Coffee with the Cop as well. Victim Services, 43 new clients, 1 call out to to support a victim of a sexual assault while they provided a statement to police. One of our victim services went up to Nakusp for a lunch and learn on family violence and law. Restorative Justice has one new case referral and one going to an one completed RJ conference. And then for operations, I've sort of added some stuff. You can let me know if you're interested in it, but total calls for service in May was 577. I've indicated some traffic stats that we've had. We've had a successful month last month in traffic offenses. And then I've given an update on four of the five chronic property offender intervention initiatives. Four of them are currently in custody, facing numerous charges.
Can I ask a question? Or is it?
Any comments or questions?
Sorry, yeah. Interested, Jason, in the idea of supporting clients navigating the family law process. Can you just say more? Like, I guess I'm surprised, but also interested, right? Because it's like from people I know who are navigating criminal and family law simultaneously, like they talk about how they're basically two separate systems that don't talk to each other, and it's like puts the onus on them as the survivor. And I'm curious what these conversations are that you're referring to.
So that was the training she went and took, and I think it is to identify that gap between criminal and family so that she can support through those processes. I don't know the full details, but I think the idea was that she can then offer support in both worlds.
Any other comments or questions?
I had a question about your stats. So when it says 577 calls for service, is that like we've gone out, we've answered, like gone to those calls, or it's just like every call that's come?
Every call that's come.
Cool. And I did want to mention, because I think it's probably Harm, but it's somebody, I don't know who's doing those Facebook updates, but I really enjoy them.
Oh, it is. It is fun.
Yes. I am like, it's kind of cool to see like actual, like, this is what we've been doing. Here's some like key, I'm like really, I read them every time I see them. So I think they're great. So, yeah. Thanks.
Anything else? Okay, I have a question I'm putting on my governance hat. I'm wondering if it's possible on your reports, Jason, to actually, through your stats, to compare month over month.
Sure.
So that, so we actually start to get a diagram and see trends. That'd be helpful.
That's why I put this out there to see if you're interested in it. I'm more than happy to put them out there.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be very helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, putting my chair hat back on now. Any other questions or comments? Okay, can someone move to accept and approve the inspector's report as presented? Devin, second. Marta, all in favor?
I just have a really quick question about that health. That's okay.
Yes.
So is there a way to track time of day that those calls are happening? Like when you've got your wait times and how many times?
There's another graph. You can go in and get more information. So there is a graph that shows.
Okay.
So if you wanted to identify if there's longer wait
Yeah,
times,
or I'm
sometimes
just
you could,
wondering, like, are most of those calls like at night or early morning?
The last time I looked at it, it was fairly equal across. It wasn't.
Okay.
There wasn't anything that jumped out being more so than one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just for clarification, are you making a request for next month?
No,
that
I
be
just-
included in the
No, I was
report?
just
Okay.
curious, and
I
I
don't
think
know
he's
if
answered it well
I don't
enough,
know
just-
if I can include that. This is the printout.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
just
I
was
see.
curious,
Yeah.
are these all nighttime and
I'll
if
take a
they're
look
not,
and
that's-
report on it next time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I just hop on the end of that? It's kind of I am curious. There was, I don't know, a pilot project with the mental health nurse and us in the RCMP. Like, I don't know that we ever, or is that still happening? Was there a conclusion to that? Is there a report?
It hasn't started yet.
It hasn't started
We're in
yet.
the process of starting.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was underway. Okay.
No, so we were the project for Health IM.
Yeah.
And now that project's complete. We're now moved into the full. And other RCMP detachments are moving into it now. And now we're in a pilot with Nelson Mental Health receiving the reports.
Okay.
But I don't think it's there yet. They haven't received them yet.
Okay.
They're just working through
Yeah,
the
totally.
nuances of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there
thanks.
was just privacy issues and things they had to get, make sure that everything
Totally.
was covered off before they sort of initiated the actual pilot starting.
I can appreciate that before you launch people's information out into the universe. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, so can I assume that our motion stands even though we had some additional questions? No, that's fine. I just want to make sure. Okay, we don't need another motion.
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have financial report, nothing here. So board committee reports, we are starting with finance and budget. So Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was at the meeting this morning, where the chief mentioned, I mean, nothing jumped out at me, it's significant. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
When you just, I'm going to put on my other governance hat, when you say that, do you mean that there is no significant deviation from where we expect it to be in our budget
Yeah,
for this
like
period?
I'm saying,
Yeah,
nothing
okay.
jumps out as requiring to be discussed.
Thank you.
Was at the lunch and learn today, which I think, Janice, you were at as well. I mean, it was pretty
It was
good.
great.
They said they're sending out a package within the week that I'm sure we can share. I mean, it had a nice calendar circle of like the whole process based on the month, which was kind of helpful. Cool. I don't think we were too far off. I think we're pretty close. I think they start developing their budget July-ish, but anyway, that was handy. And then the last bit is, I'll probably talk with Devin soon on the board budget. I'm kind of mulling over it.
Yeah.
Just, this is all in the budget creation process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds great, man.
But that's it for me.
So it is noted here, Eric, that in consideration of the board budget, it appears only one director can attend CAPG. So I know I had expressed interest in that. I don't know if there is more than one person interested, so I'm just opening that up.
We could also hire a babysitter.
That's outside of budget. Okay, so is no one else interested? I can just go.
When is it and where is it,
Okay,
please?
Edmonton, August,
August, right?
middle of August in Edmonton. I think 12th to 14th, Shiloh, something like that.
Well, I'll just check my schedule at the office because I have attended these things and charged them to the city as opposed to the police.
I think I want to go next year, so
Where's next year?
no idea.
Probably somewhere out east.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, Shiloh, just let me know what needs to be considered for that. Thank you. Okay, the next item is governance, policy, and risk management committee. So I'm putting on that hat right now. We were supposed to have a meeting with the chief on the risk register that we canceled yesterday just because of non-availability. So we just need to reschedule that for hopefully this month. I know you're going to speak to it, but just from a governance committee perspective, just to sit down with you on that. And then the only other outstanding item, I think, was the dashboard format. So Marta, you had indicated you had wanted some feedback. I know Karen, I sent.
Community though, wasn't that on the community engagement?
Well, last time when it was brought forward from community, you indicated that you wanted to provide some feedback as part of governance. But then, Karen, I'm not sure where we're at because I had sent those couple of examples and I think you indicated you actually liked a different version than what maybe was originally developed. So I'm not sure.
It was so long ago now. I think it was,
Okay.
whatever the most recent one was, I thought it was good. So, but then it went on that you wanted to take a look at it and maybe make some changes. But as
Okay.
far as I was concerned, I thought it looked great.
Okay, so based on the last email, whatever you said in the last email, the governance committee can just take that and provide
Yes.
feedback based on that. Is
Yep,
that
That would be
okay?
great.
So we'll just need to set up a time, hopefully after we meet today, and also reschedule with the chief, the risk register meeting. Okay, any comments or questions on that one? Okay, putting back my chair hat on, over to you, Marta, for human resources.
Thank you. Yeah, Human Resources met as a committee, and I think we'll have a motion in the in-camera portion. I don't know if there's anything else for it.
Okay, thanks. Karen, community engagement, outreach, and communication.
I had a conversation with the chief yesterday. We talked about some of the community engagement things that we're going to move forward. And then we have a meeting Friday to talk about the policy review. That's it.
Great. And just for clarification, because I don't know if it was the last meeting or not, but there's the departmental engagement stuff that you've been having conversations on, and further discussion on board-to-board stuff, or is that?
No, we need to set up another meeting. The last one, I think there was no one available. Then you were away, then I was away.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yes, I will be sending a little reminder to everyone that we need to connect.
Yeah, and just, I guess, for consideration, depending on timing, and I know we're going into summer and stuff, so, it is part of our policy manual that, we do an annual board session as well as with the chief and others in terms of a planning session for priorities, goals, and objectives for the following year. And so, depending on how you want to think about that, it's something that can also be part of that agenda at the time. But yeah, I'll leave that with you. Yeah. And it actually might be nice to have a list in advance maybe, but I'll leave that with you to consider how you want to set that up. Okay. BC Association of Police Boards, Eric.
All right. I guess some of us were at the conference. I found it pretty useful. I don't know what you guys thought of it, who also attended. Yeah, I thought the topics were pretty good for those conferences. So.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I had no point of reference. So it's hard to tell. I thought the best thing was the last one when most people were gone. But
Yep. I think we had that conversation too.
Yeah,
It was actually,
so-
that was really interesting. It was a woman from Watson,
Yeah.
came to talk about governance stuff, and really there was probably 20 people, 25 people left in the room. She was really interesting.
How much longer did that go past? Finish
Quite a
there?
bit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, Eric, maybe this is a question for you, is will we be able to get the handouts or the documents from that conference? Because for people like Karen and Marta who weren't able to attend, maybe the inspector, other people, there was some very interesting, useful
Oh, like the
information.
slides.
The woman
Yeah,
did
like
say
the
from,
slides.
Yeah,
I was
Watson.
in the room and the Watson woman did say that was available for sending out, so I'm sure
I'll ask.
somebody just needs to ask who convened the meeting that,
We're meeting on Monday. I'm assuming it's to debrief.
okay.
Just happened. So I'll ask. We do hold a meeting as well. Just nothing to note. They just re-elect everyone. I'm the treasurer now. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I knew that was gonna happen.
No competition.
So, and just if you wouldn't mind bringing up there, and just because of comment just made by the chair, the meeting had a scheduled end time. If it went considerably over that time, to make sure that they look at either making the meeting go longer, so we all know when we're planning travel, or making sure that things run on time. Would be my only request. And I'm asking you that and not putting it on a,
Yeah,
because I left because I had bus to catch based on the schedule of what I saw.
Yeah.
And so I can't comment on that because I left. So if it did go over a considerable amount of time, yeah, I would like to make that just to add that as information, because
So just to
When they're planning.
clarify, I'm not exactly sure how much more it went and if it was within the time slot or not. From what my impression was when you guys got up and walked away, that there was more information, yeah. So I just want to be clear that I didn't say it went considerably over time. It may, it may not, I'm not sure.
Well, it was supposed to finish at noon, and
What
Yeah.
time, I don't know what time you guys left.
I probably left a quarter after 12. and
yeah,
was the
I would
first
say that's
one
what
to
time
go.
I had.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So
okay.
I have-
I wasn't watching.
I
the
have
time.
concerns about
Thank you.
people suggesting that we left in an untimely manner, because I did book the timing based on what the agenda was, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And particularly a session like that, like it was very unfortunate. I would just, when these really good sessions, and I know that board, it's always difficult to plan these things. But I'm starting to think that all sessions, meetings should go for a full day, because I just spent a lot of city taxpayers' money being at UBC, at FCM in Edmonton. The best session of the whole weekend was the last session from 2 to 3 on Sunday afternoon. There was 3,300 delegates that were registered to be in the meeting. A lot of them were there for the first days. We had a vote on something just before the keynote speaker came out at the end and talked about how many people were casting votes. There was 169 people in the room.
Everyone's tired by day 3.
Yeah. But the other thing is, like, it's also taxpayers' money. I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm spending somebody else's money, whether I particularly like to be there or not, or whatever. Was the best presentation of 4 days in Edmonton, was the last one. And there was nobody in the room. Except for the Nelson delegation.
Any other
I was
questions or
gonna say,
comments for Eric?
If you have other comments, let me know.
No, I mean, other ones I'll put in when I finally get when I get a
Yeah.
feedback form. I just can't feedback about something that I didn't see the end of.
So just on that, I did ask Michaela if there was going to be a feedback form or way to give feedback, because I have some feedback as well, and it wasn't clear actually, Eric. So if you could ask that question as well, because I think it is usual course in my
Yeah, I think
experience
she was
to have a
just
feedback.
overwhelmed at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah,
But I
if you
know
could
we're meeting on
clarify.
Monday. It was kind of a meeting brought up, because I had feedback too.
Yeah, figure duties, no.
Just let us know.
Like to start earlier and end.
Okay, anything else for Eric or Eric that you
Yeah,
have for?
did anyone want to be the alternative rep?
What does that mean?
So essentially, because I'm on it, but it would be essentially if I can't make a meeting. And they're actually pushing towards having the all join the meeting, not, you can't vote, but you would just be aware of what's going on, whoever that is. So it's essentially, yeah, making it a easier transition if there is a transition, and just another voice for our body, yeah.
And how often did you meet?
Yeah, time commitment.
Once a quarter, maybe.
Okay.
For 3 to 4 hours, usually Friday mornings.
So the next meeting would be when?
We have an ad hoc one on Monday. The next one's not until the fall, which might be in person, but I doubt the representatives would go. Now they're trying to do one in Vancouver a year. So I went to the JI earlier this year, but I think they're trying to do something the same, but in the fall every year.
Maybe we could think about it and have a decision later this summer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just something they're trying to do. And that's it.
Okay.
Except I drove Highway 99 because I had to drive home. Oh man, that's nice.
Nice drive.
Did not know that road was coming.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
I left early, so I got in.
Or the train gets over Revelstoke.
7. It's a nice drive.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this moving along. So nothing under policy review, chief?
Well, I have it in my in-camera, but
Oh, okay, that's fine. Regulatory updates and new business, there's nothing under those. So the next is, can someone move that we would close the public meeting pursuant to section 69(2) of the Police Act and continue in camera? Devin, second Karen, all in favor? Passed. Okay, and then just the next meeting and adjournment is, can someone move that the regular meeting of the Nelson Police Board be adjourned, and the next meeting is July 8th? Marta, Eric, second, all in favor? Thanks. All right, do people want to